This idea that somehow, oh, they'll come to their senses. It allows Democrats to keep thinking that Republicans are actually the ones in the precarious position.
They've got a very narrow margin in the House, a bit bigger margin in the Senate, and their goals are internally conflicting.
They don't have the numbers.
Republicans need Democratic votes.
It's going to be clear they can't pass anything without Democratic help.
Congress won't be able to keep the lights on, let alone pass anything of substance, without the buy-in and blessing of House Democrats and Hakeem Jeffries.
It's a great message, except Republicans have gotten everything through, every crazy appointment. The guy who wrote the children's book on Russiagate runs the FBI. Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, Weekend Fox and Friends guy. They all sailed through. Literally, the only one that has failed so far is picking a Chucky doll that runs on cocaine and Viagra for Attorney General. And that's just because the Republicans personally hated him. Perhaps nothing is as emblematic of this mismatch between the parties than the Democrats' latest viral offering.
Choose your character.
Now, I understand Democrats would want to showcase that some of their members have not had hip replacement surgery yet. And I hope you understand whatever that last one was. But I'm fighting you while taking a
Now, one of Trump's big promises for his second term was deporting violent immigrants from America. And he often mentioned one violent gang in particular.
Tren de Aragua. Remove the savage gang. Tren de Aragua. Tren de Aragua. Tren de Arguay.
Tren de Aragua. You know, the members of that gang are like, is that us he's talking about? Trump sounds like my grandfather ordering Chipotle. I'll take the Barbara Ochoa. Buenos nachos. And over the weekend, Trump announced he was deporting hundreds of these suspected Venezuelan gang members all the way back to El Salvador. So, close enough.
The whole subject of Roundup, did he know what he was doing? Did he authorize it? Or is this somebody in an office, maybe a radical left lunatic, just signing whatever that person was?
Yes. Good question. Did Joe Biden really sign the pardons that he said several times he signed? Or did a radical left lunatic sneak into the Oval Office and start signing whatever was in the room? My favorite part of this whole story is how Trump tried to claim that he would never use an auto pen, only to remember that he actually did use an auto pen.
I never use it. I mean, we may use it as an example to send some young person a letter, because it's nice, you know, we get thousands and thousands of letters, and letters of support for young people, for people that aren't feeling well, etc.
Yeah, if I'm doing important things like pardoning January 6ers, I'll sign it myself. But for doing stupid shit like writing letters to sick kids, DocuSign is fine. And some people are not content to just scream about Elon in a high school gym. They're taking to the streets or the parking lots.
Tonight, the FBI and ATF now investigating multiple cases of possible arson targeting Teslas and Cybertrucks.
This dramatic video shows multiple cars in flames. Police say the attacker used Molotov cocktails. It's the latest in more than a dozen instances of arson and vandalism targeting Tesla.
The same suspect shot more Teslas with a gun. Tesla Cybertrucks were set on fire in Kansas City, and earlier this month, shots fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon. Cybertrucks on fire in Seattle.
Wow, you guys like petty acts of domestic terrorism, huh? Cool. Wow. Okay, let me just say, nobody should be breaking the law and blowing up Teslas, especially because if you just wait a few minutes, they'll probably do it by themselves.
All right, what brings you here today?
Come here to be with my friends and to show Trump that I support him.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused. Is this a Trump
rally, or is this an Irish parade?
It's an Irish Trump rally.
Men in skirts? Trump is not going to like that. Do you stand for DEI? No. But we're here celebrating the minorities that are the Irish.
Well, look.
I'm very confused.
Back in the 1800s, the Irish were minorities. They were coming overseas. When they came across the ocean, I mean, they were discriminated against. They signed up and fought for the Union in the Civil War. Right?
You can connect with how difficult it must have been for people to come over to the United States, be discriminated against, not be favored nation. You can connect with that.
Yeah.
Well, what about other people that are doing that now?
They need to wait in line. Look, I had in a former life, I had a foreign-born spouse.
Bye.
Some serious security concerns over the newly released JFK files and real anger after Social Security numbers and other private information of more than 200 people were made public on Tuesday. The Washington Post reports that among them are former congressional staffers and one of Donald Trump's most vocal defenders, his former campaign lawyer, Joseph DeGeneva. He is furious, telling the Post it's absolutely outrageous, adding, "It's like a first-grade elementary level rule of security to redact things like that."
Man, looks like 304-556-6622 is really upset about that leak. Man, Social Security numbers, addresses, full names. The only thing that wasn't in the JFK papers was who killed JFK. And Trump's poor lawyer. He's probably like, oh, man, I never would have represented you in your 2020 election fraud case if I knew you'd be untrustworthy.
A senior military official tells us tonight that the Pentagon relies on computer software to scrub DEI content from its websites, and that ultimately those stories about Jackie Robinson were removed by mistake.
Oh, don't blame us. Blame our racist software. We should have never used Chat KKK. The Jackie Robinson mistake wasn't even the most embarrassing anti-DEI flub.
In some cases, photos seem to be flagged for removal simply because their file included the word gay, including service members with that last name and an image of the B-29 aircraft Enola Gay.
That's how lazy they were with this. They just Control-F'd for gay-sounding keywords and deleted anything that showed up. Now kids won't know about the Enola Gay, they won't know about transport planes, and they'll never hear about the heroic service of Captain Grinder McScissoring. Tragic.